Today, thank you. Now going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have Anheuser Busch Super Bowl lineup tweet is roasted. Now this comes thanks to the parent company Anheuser Busch, their individual X Twitter profile, and they have a little picture along with some text. They say, quote, "Look who's heading to Super Bowl, was it 57, 58, whatever sports ball it is. Proud to announce our 2024 starting lineup. Hashtag Budweiser USA, hashtag Bud Light, hashtag Michelob Ultra. Drop a football emoji if you're watching." And it does have a picture of those three beers in regular bottles. The Clydesdale horses are actually back. Those are there. They have a picture of a fridge filled with Bud Light. And crazy enough, they actually do have a picture of a white man in front of a Stein, what do you call it, the glass of Michelob Ultra. Which, given advertising demographics these days, you don't see it a lot. And, as youth might say, it didn't really go viral. In fact, not to brag, but I got more views on a video. One time, but still, it did happen. Now, in theory, I'll have to double check. I know it was around 4K. But nevertheless, this only got 4,258 views and only 81 likes. So in theory, perhaps that's the 81 employees left at Anheuser Busch who are working there. And I suspect most people will roast this because, again, it's not very compelling. It's only moderately interesting. Again, there's a lot of potential for sports balls. I mean, they could have put mini jerseys on the bottles, perhaps, or had the bottle, that could be a parody in of itself. Have the bottles pretend like they're sports balls players. You have one by the, put some sports pads on, put a football, pretend like a beer bottle is catching a football. And again, I'm not a multi-million-dollar advertising marketing agency. I'm just saying, I can't believe this is so moderately boring. But nevertheless, they did choose to publicly post this out. And interestingly enough, they're choosing to focus on the brands post-hit by the Bud Light boycott. If you look at the sales figures for the Anheuser-Busch InBev, the three specific brands that have been hurt by the boycott were, again, by number of sales, you have Bud Light, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra. Week over week, the sales compared to last fiscal year, again, same week for week, Bud Light is down about 30%. You have Michelob Ultra Bud Light is around 30% less sales. You have Budweiser around 10 to 12% less sales. Michelob Ultra, that's about 3 to 4% less sales compared to the same time periods the year prior to the controversy of paying Dylan Mulvaney $185,000 to take a couple pictures and a video. I can't fathom making so much money. That's probably the biggest negative ROI in history. They paid Dylan that much money, and they've lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. In one quarter alone, they lost $400 million in sales, just vanished. Rest in peace, Alyssa Heiderchild. Her career will be someday perhaps resurrected. She was very proud on LinkedIn. She's the first woman VP of marketing in the industry, and she said the brand was too fratty. She wanted to change that. She achieved that goal. She did change the perception of the brand. I will give her credit. Yes, she did do that. For the better, physically speaking, obviously not, unless you can't read numbers, which sometimes Americans can't. As if you're watching the whole show, you would know. Now, maybe I'm alone in this assessment. Maybe this is such brilliant marketing. Everyone in the comments is so enamored with the brilliance of it and the success. They're going out and they're buying Bud Light products right now. I mean, statistically speaking, no, absolutely not. But let's dive in and find out. Where the first comments comes from Pamela Edens, and she responded with the sports balls emoji. And again, I don't want to say Anheuser-Busch fell flat on their face. Perhaps a more mapped metaphor would be Anheuser-Busch, the Budweiser Clydesdale horse tripped and broke a leg. Something to that effect. Now, they responded to her, but they didn't take the time to like her response. And again, if someone's interacting with your brand, you should take the 1/1000th of a second to like it. Or even if you're really slow, maybe it'll take a second. Just saying, it's also a good time to like this video. Or if you hate it, down like it and leave me a comment, tell me why. As always, want to try to improve. Now, again, going to her profile, I wonder, is this a legit, prospective client? Is she a fan of it? So going to her profile, she has 1,200 followers, and she is, I don't know if is the medical term still a moron. She is mentally vacuous. I say this because I don't think she's a real person or just someone who has no time or mountains of time on their hand. All she does is want free stuff. So she does the hashtag for the BS hashtag millions, so you can win some gift card or something if you repost it. She wants free tickets to some sports ball event. She wants something about a Shaun White. She's reposting for a free hat. She wants a free pop figure. She wants, what the hell is this? free cards. She wants Tic Tacs. So, again, this isn't a person who is a fan of Anheuser Busch InBev or their products. This isn't increasing this person's favorability. It's just someone who wants free stuff, which, again, that doesn't help build sales. Now, I'm not too surprised that's the first comment. The other one comes from Steven and Torres, who, again, responded with a football emoji. And interesting enough, again, the statistics are 24 hours after I recorded this happened. I recorded the statistics again, but it only got 26 comments, which is terrible for, again, I just can't fathom it. Going to Steven Torres, has 1,100 followers, and they're actually retweeting the same crap as the other girl. So they want to win tickets to Disneyland, which big red flag there. They want free Oreo cookies, free popcorn. So again, it's not increasing sales, just people want free stuff. And Anheuser Busch did respond to it. They said, we're ready. They're not, but they did respond. And again, I don't know if these, in this case, there's actually no incentive mechanism to really, there's no incentive mechanism to actually interact with the advertisement. Prior, they'll do the things where you could win a case of Bud Light or sports balls tickets, which again, I can't imagine a more perfect example. Usually you're talking metaphors, but the example of being a winner or loser at the same time, you could win a case of Bud Light, which Lord knows what you would actually do with the product. There are very few things I could fathom. But yeah, going to those other profiles, again, so this one is by the name of Lori. They want, what is this? Crypto, PayPal. Yeah, they want, and Oreos, the same. So all these, I don't think it's a coincidence. What is it? Three for three. They're all just people who want free stuff. They're not. So we'll do one more. Debbie Peterson, she responded as well. She has 78 followers. She is reposting for, what is this? She hates the former president Donald Trump. She wants to win, what is this? Chicago Cubs hat. She wants to win, just free stuff. And she wants to win Bud Light sports balls tickets. So again, I don't know if these people think this is going to help their odds or anything, but they're just responding with the football emoji, and there's no incentive. They're not winning free tickets, so I can't wait free Budweiser. And the profile, maybe they just have it set up to track Anheuser Busch and all the brands, so that when they do retweet, they just automatically have their profile do it. But again, it's just mostly profiles who want free stuff. Now, it took us a while scrolling, but we did find one comment we're starting to see someone that get likes. So, someone by the name of Right From the D says, quote, Dylan Mulvaney going to be your guest of honor, unquote, question mark. That got 5 likes. Again, we scroll down, there's a bunch of people getting literally no likes. Anthony Christensen, we do have a couple, here's another one with a like. Anthony Christensen specifically says, quote, what are the horses' pronouns, unquote. That got 1 like. Stephen Milsom said, quote, what Bud Light is doing for football. And it's a picture of a GIF, or as you might say, a GIF. And it is a trans flag with sparkle animation. And the text says, football, but make it gay, unquote. Which I don't see an associate producer credit for Kathleen Kennedy. I don't see her name accredited with it, interestingly enough. That did get 1 like. Oscar says, quote, where's Dylan, the man pretending to be a woman, unquote, getting 1 like. Nathan Williams says, quote, I mean, it makes sense because they use Super Bowl to propagandize all the good little NPCs so they can take your Q beer ads to turn your kids gay. Unquote, getting 1 like. And of course, let's see here. Show additional ads that might be offensive. Of course, let's see the bonus button. Matt reposted with a picture of Jim Carrey dressed up as a woman on a Bud Light can. Dan McCutchery says, quote, employee of the year candidate, question mark. And it's a picture of a listed Heinerchild standing at a bar with Bud Light bottles. So yeah, again, I would say really didn't compel you to buy the product. Told you a little bit about what they're going to do for the Super Bowl. Okay. But yeah, in terms of, does it give you a compelling reason to buy it? No. I mean, is this going to are they addressing the problem or the concern that many people have with the product when they're trying to advertise their product to kids by sponsoring someone whose main audience is people under 21? Doesn't address that either. So I can't help but think it probably won't increase their sales at all. But I don't know. As usual, let me know in the comments. I'll be fasting here. what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of January, so if you can click that button, I'd really appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback to let me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.